Hey crafters, it's Janet with Crafting It Up in Creations coming at you today with a project share of a dream catcher. So I found a pin on Pinterest of a really cute dream catcher, and it had succulents around it and some little greenery hanging, and I was like, I totally want to make one of those. So I had to go on YouTube myself to find out how to even make a dream catcher, and I have decided, it took me 10 million tries, that I could never explain it near as well or do any of a better job than the gal's video that I followed. So here on YouTube, she's Emily Leffler, and I will link her video down below that I used to follow along to make this. Now, I did make this a little my own. The original idea, of course, came from Pinterest, but I used these little wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 2-pack and they're an 8-inch wreath form. I covered them with this really nice leather cording, and then I also used some of this silk thread as part of the dream catcher. And then I picked out several different succulents that I have bought from the Dollar Tree, and then some of them from Michael's that were on clearance here in the past couple years. And I've even added diamond dust with some Mod Podge to some of these, so they even kind of look like they're covered with dew. A little bit of reindeer moss from the Dollar Tree as well. You could use other wreath forms that the Dollar Tree has. And then, of course, a hot glue gun. Now, I covered the leather cording around all 3 edges of this. I almost did only one of them, and then I liked the way it looked so well that I decided to cover all 3 of them. So I used green on the inner 2, and then purple on the outer one. And it even kind of gave me a little area that was even better for using the hot glue against, to put the reindeer moss against it. And this is that green leather cording that I used to go around the inner 2 edges. And I just cut pieces off and wrapped it around that. And I tried not to make them too long, and I just glued them down with the hot glue. And so far, those are staying really well. And then this is just some silk thread that I bought from a craft store, and I used it to make the actual center of the dream catcher. And I go around all the edges with that leather cording. And it's really simple. Like none of this is hard at all. And basically, it's really just wanting me to share my creation with you in case it would inspire you to make one of your own. And this is what it finished out as. And I even tried to cover the little pieces that went to the outer edge. And I used a piece of the green to make a hanging element with it as well. So I'm just going to use the hot glue, and I'm going to attach the reindeer moss down to that. And I attach it all kind of along that bottom edge. And they sell like pieces of it where it kind of comes whole. Would work really nice on this, and then even gluing that extra reindeer moss on there. And I just pick out a bunch of the little succulents and hot glue those to it as well. And then I even had some pieces that like hang really nicely that I got from Michael's. And I attached those to the back part and hot glue those into place. And I kind of held those there for a little while just to make sure that those would stay. And this is how it ended up turning out. I have those little pieces hanging from the back, and some really cute succulents on the front. And I really like how this turned out. I know there's so many different wreath forms that you could actually buy at the Dollar Tree that you could use with this as well. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I know this was really quick. Like I say, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys what I made, and maybe give you some inspiration to make one of your own. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I hope you get a moment to craft it up.